right, and continuing our focus, looking ahead of the 2015 political development. Ismaeel Ahmed joins us from our Abuja studios. Morning, and thank you for joining us. And now you are the chairman of All Progressives Youth Forum and a member of the APC. Is this of the APC, this Progressives Youth Forum?
Hello, I can't hear that again. Please, can you come again?
Well, you joining us, the chairman of the All Progressives Youth Forum, you're a member of the APC. So, what's the perspective now? Because the APC, from what is out there, is that your party has got to wait until all that is sorted out by INEC. So, at the moment, you're still maintaining your individual parties. So, how do you see all of this affecting your ultimate plans for 2015?
Well, thank you very much for having me today again, Chamberlain. Let's make something very clear. We are still members of our individual political parties. I'm still a member of the CPC. We are having a convention on the 11th of May. ACN had already had their convention, and ANPP will soon be having their own convention, and some parts of ABGA as well, and then to officially dissolve as individual political parties and merge as the APC. But like I said the last time I was here, a political party is supposed to be an institution of democracy. It's not supposed to be a group of just a platform for everyone who is seeking a political office or a political job to come and realize his ambition. It's about the instrumentality of democracy. It's about the values of democracy and good governance. And that is what APC is all about. So there's a Hausa proverb that goes like Kasuwa ba rumfa bane mutane ne. It means that a market is not all about shops, it's about marketers, those who buy and sell. And therefore, the party itself is about the people that are coming into the party to give to Nigerians what Nigerians have been yearning for. That is good governance and quality representation. The name is important because we came up with the name. We made the name a household name. We made it such a national phenomena that it is today. And INEC can do what it wants, but at the end of the day, we will be registered as a political party, and then the party will be merged, and then we were ready to hit the ground running.
So from the look of things now, what about this court matter that is presently hanging? Do you think ABC should eventually consider maybe adding another letter to the APC if this court case doesn't get disposed of before the time elapses?
We'll leave that to the elders of the party to decide that. But we are respecters of law. If there's a court case against us and there's a summon on us that there is a court case, and we'll consider it, and I'm sure the leaders of the party will do the appropriate thing when it's necessary for it to be done.
Is there any significant difference between political parties in this country? Because, I mean, we had the previous guest say, look, there isn't any much difference, ideological talk or not. They're basically the same persons. The politicians are not brand new, by the way, so it's just hype.
I don't think so. That is what gave birth to the APC. I don't think you can say that ACN was not different from PDP. That would be an unfair statement. You see, I've always argued that people are not in PDP for the party. They're in PDP because the party is in government. So people are not loyal to the party, they are loyal to government. And your last guest, I don't even know where to place him. Is he just a neutral observer, or is he a member of the party? Because it's very difficult to defend the PDP. So he ended up sounding more like a person who is trying to be an observer to the party and pick up the fault lines of both political parties, rather than defending the party, because it is a Herculean task for anyone to defend the PDP. The PDP has simply been a disaster for this country. So I think there's a marked difference between the APC and the ACN, the CPC, the ABGA in some cases, from the PDP. I think most of the governors of these progressive parties have performed in their states. I agree with them that there are some PDP governors that have performed, but that is in spite of the party, not because of it.
Yeah, but if you say that there isn't any difference and people are in the party, perhaps PDP, as you say, because they are in government, isn't it the same thing we see in other parties in the states where we've seen it in different states across the country where the ACN comes into position, people decamp from their various parties, including PDP to ACN, and we see those regularly. So what's the difference in that one?
For people like us who have been in the opposition since from the inception of this democracy, our party has never held a position in my state, for example. So we've always been in the opposition, we've always been trying to outline what are the basic instrumentalities of democratic governance. I do agree with you, of course, there are people who decamp to the ruling party whenever the ruling party is in place, in every state or locality. That you can never rule out. But the bottom line is that those who are in charge at various sectors of the party, at the strata of the level of the leadership of the party, are usually people who are dogged in the ideological consistency of the party. And I disagree with your last guest entirely that there is no ideological difference. I can understand that the ground national consensus of the things that we are supposed to be in charge of, we are not yet. There are still developmental issues in this country, and that the need of this country has not surpassed the basic necessities of development. I still agree with that. So the question is that the destination is not in question. The mode of transportation is what differs in ideology. And so you can choose to take air or sea or land transport, but at the end of the day, the destination is all the same. We want to see a great Nigeria. What I'm saying is that the destination is far. PDP are not using land or air or sea transportation. They are not even moving at all. So what we are saying is that we have other modes of transportation that we can use to get to that destination.
Now, you know, just quickly, since you talk about ideology and you say you did not agree with the previous guest, what would you say the ideology of the CPC is and that of the former ACN, since they finally dissolved into the APC? What is the ideology of the former ACN that you think will be able to blend in this new party called the APC?
It's simple, progressive. You know, I think the APC started in the very, very right note. The moment you call APC, the first thing that comes to your mind is progressive, which means you have an ideological identity other than the name of the party. If you say someone is from the PDP, what else do you call him? A powerful person? Is power an ideology? It is an instrument, and it can be used for good or for evil. And for the last 14 years, we have all known what the PDP has been using it for.
Just quickly, you know, you talked about progressive. I mean, that sounds like something you just say. It doesn't sound like a vehicle to me. What exactly defines a progressive?
Progressive means moving from where you are to where you need to be, from where you need to go, putting basic things on ground and putting it before the people and trying to tell the people that sovereignty truly belongs to them, not to the government. That patriotism, that government or leadership, political leadership, is about patriotism, not about patronage. The government, this PDP government, or particularly this administration, has turned everything upside down about democracy. I think we are even in the works of developing a democratic dictionary for them to try to explain to them the basic things about democracy, because they seem to get everything upside down. When democracy is about the rule of law, to them it's about the law of the ruler. Everything is upside down in the PDP administration. So we're trying to tell you that the progressive simply means moving from where we are right now, which is a deep lethargy of underdevelopment, to where we can go or where we need to be.